Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you and talk with you about something special because here I have the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation. It is the most expensive foundation I ever bought, and I had a real problem with it, with shade matching. You know me, if you know me, if it's not gonna be good foundation for me. So I needed to exchange it for a different shade, and here I have the number 6. It's a light one, like the second light with a golden undertone. I'm olive, but the number 9 olive undertone would be too dark for me, so I hope this is gonna work. I just check it, like, you know, just swatch it when I get it, and it looked okay. Not the perfect one, a bit too orange, but it was fine. So we're gonna put it on. I decided to put it on with a sponge today. I picked 2 different primers because I think foundation like this self-setting foundation, it's supposed to be natural coverage, but I imagine it can look a bit too matte. So I picked 2 primers. One, it's the Poreless Putty primer, and it's gonna be on this side, and the second one is the MUA Pro Base Hyaluronic Acid Jelly Primer. I picked this too because this one is more hydrating and gripping, and this one gonna blurs the pores, but it's also not drying and matte. So we will see how it's gonna go with 2 different primers. This is first time I gonna do wear test of this foundation and, like, you know, keep it on my skin for a longer time. I'm gonna do anyway, like, I'm gonna now wear it every day for a week with different techniques, with different primers, with maybe different powders, but I'm not sure how about powders, because I found, like, the best trio for me, for my under eyes, for my T-zone. I have separate primer and separate primer for the rest of my face, which is the Revolution Banana baking powder. I'm using it just because it's yellow. So most of my foundations look or too orange on me or too pink, and if I'm gonna, like, if I'm putting yellow powder on top of them, they look more yellow, like I am yellow, so it's helping me. So I'm gonna apply first. So today we will do wear test. Like, now it's about 4 p.m. but I will try to keep it on for 8 hours. I'm super that's why I always have mine in my 8. It's 24. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna be able to wear it for 8 hours today. So today is gonna be 8 hours wear test, because, you know, I needed to take time to film this eye look on Instagram. I'm going to apply the hyaluronic jelly on this side. So when I after a week, I'm going to do, like, I'm gonna just talk about this foundation. Is it worth it? For who it can be, like, who might benefit from this foundation, and all that stuff. So so I'm going to do video like that in a week time. Right now, maybe tomorrow I will, tomorrow, so maybe I'm not gonna wear this foundation tomorrow. I'm gonna to apply on, like, my under eye serum primer. So now I'm creating a video about the Estee Lauder Futurist foundation. like the week after video, you know, I was wearing it for a week, and now we're gonna see how it's I'm gonna tell you how it was, how it wears, with what primers, for what skin types it's gonna be good, and all that stuff. So this one I'm gonna prepare it soon, and next gonna be this foundation. Okay, I have e.l.f. Body Primer on this side and the Hyaluronic Jelly Primer on this side. This side is a bit tacky, this side almost no. So I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna do like, I think 1 pump on each side, because I have quite big face, and when I was swatching it, like, you know, I wanted to cover half of my face with this foundation and just see, you know, how the shade is going comparing to half of my face and all that stuff. And I seen that, you know, like 1 pump was enough for half of my face, because I have quite big face and these pumps are quite small. You know what I mean. If you have this foundation, if you ever tried it, 1 pump is like for normal foundation half of a pump. So with a first application, of course I'm using a sponge, dirty sponge, to apply it. So it's gonna work a bit different with a brush. I mean, you may need less than that. Now I will do under my nose, because my nose like to be done in a hole. I think the color, like the first time I put it, I was like, this color is a bit orange, but I think it is good much in the daylight. And the daylight is the most important. Shit, here even the half of a pump, because you know, the sticky base, like my finger sticks to it. So I will apply more foundation in one place, so I need to distribute it more. So yeah, this foundation didn't like the Hyaluronic primer, and so I will take off this part of my face. I will keep on this side, because it's looking okay with the e.l.f. Body Primer, and now I came back, I will apply only e.l.f. Body Primer, and I will apply foundation with a brush. So we can have, you know, 2 sides, like, okay, this, you can see like some of the, you know, patches, like some of the places are not that even. But this is how my skin looks like, you know, without any foundation. My skin isn't even. My skin is very textured, and I feel like this foundation didn't emphasize that, but just like, it looks like skin, but just more even in the tone. But look at this side. See this? Like the foundation starts to come off in a really bad, patchy way. I washed this side off. I have a brush. It's the Oscar Charles C104 brush. I also washed my beauty blender in case this primer mixed with the foundation left some bits on it. So I will take the e.l.f. primer. Okay, so I will again take 1 pump. I think I will dot that into my skin and then work it with a brush. I really like this brush. It's like really soft brush, so it's almost the only one brush that is flat, like the kabuki flat, so it's decent flat, but it doesn't irritate my skin and it's soft for my skin. Like I don't feel it. I feel, but this brush feels like a sponge on the skin, so if you have sensitive skin or irritated skin and the brushes are just, every brush is too harsh on your skin, try this one. It's really, really nice. I will build up coverage a little bit. I need to check the previous primer sticks to the brow glue. And it's looking so weird now around my brows. I know I should now just keep on with a brush, but I will build up the coverage with a sponge because my skin just like the sponge is better. And I want to give a fair chance to this foundation, so I'm not gonna use anything that I wouldn't do, like, you know, normally. And normally I wouldn't use a brush on my face. You know, when I build it up coverage, I see that my skin is a bit more orange than my neck, but it's not that big difference. So this is the side when we go first with a brush and then with a sponge. It's just looking like my skin a bit more even with a tone. I'm back. My makeup is done, and I must say something that even for me it's really weird. The sides with a brush, the foundation sinked in to my smile lines more. Like here, the smile line it's not visible at all. Here is a little bit, but this side, when it comes to the pores, look just airbrushed. Like my pores just disappeared. Here, I will show you this on close up. Here you have this like small dots that are like a bit lighter. It's really, you know, it's really visible only when you see really up close. But this side look a little more airbrushed, and I'm not sure if it's like the application of a brush. I need to try it again, of course. Or it's maybe this, maybe I put a little bit more powder on this side, maybe a bit less, maybe it's the fact that I set this side a little bit faster, because this side, you know, it was like sitting on my face, the foundation was sitting on my face by itself. Then I apply another side, you know, I take off this side, I apply, you know, it could be a lot of things. But it doesn't change the fact that this side like a little bit more airbrushed. It can be brushed, but anyway, how the foundation feels. The foundation feels like nothing. Not this type of nothing, like it's very lightweight foundation, but you can feel this moisturizing layer on your skin. You know, there's some type of foundation, like the Futurist one, like the Estee Lauder Futurist. I tried it, I'm trying it now. It's really lightweight, but you can feel this moisturizing layer on the skin, you know, normal. Here, you don't feel anything. I feel like I would just put powder on my face, but I don't feel the foundation layer. So here is how it looks like. So you can see what I mean. I will do that. See this? It's moving with my skin, like the foundation moving with my skin, and I love it, but see, it's synced into my smile and here, but not on the sponge side. Here it's looking dry, but in this moment every foundation will do that with these blemishes. This is the side I was talking about, like the airbrush side. And this is the side with a sponge only. See, like it's sticked in my pores a bit, emphasizing them a bit. Here, no. Now, from what I see, I can already tell that it's gonna wear really good. Like, it's gonna look the same for at least half the day. But we will see, of course. I didn't put any setting spray on, it's just the powder to set my makeup. And nowadays I usually use setting spray, but you know, I didn't want it to give too much setting, so we will see. Okay, so first check-in. It's now 7:30, so I have this foundation for about 3 hours, maybe a bit longer than 3 hours. So just as I thought, it's looking the same. Actually, you know, I don't know why I'm filming this check-in, because it's really looking the same. You see the time? It's, yeah, just so you believe me, because I will show you in a second close-ups. It's really looking exactly the same. Still, my brush side look a little bit better. So tomorrow, I already make a decision. Tomorrow I won't film the Estee Lauder foundation because I want to use it again with a brush, because I'm really surprised that something not even worked with a brush. It worked better with a brush than with a sponge. You see that it's like the pores. This is the sponge side, this is the brush side. It's not much of a difference. You probably won't even see it on camera, but in a person there's just a tiny bit difference. So it's now 9 p.m. I have this foundation on for let me do the math quick, 6 hours. After 6 hours it starts to look more oily. Not as much as other foundation look oily on me after that time, but it starts to look more oily. Like oils are picking through, it's still really nice. So the side with a sponge start to look a little bit like it starts to separate a little bit. The brush side look almost perfect, like literally almost perfect. On the brush side, even on the sponge side, the forehead looks not as good as the brush side. Don't look at this purple line, it's my lipstick smudged. This is the sponge side, so you can see it starts to look nothing too major, nothing too bad. It's still looking beautiful, but it starts to look a bit like powdery, a bit not cakey, a bit more cakey, but nothing like I still would go out like that and feel good about my makeup. The chin is like the most problematic area. So if it's something wrong happened with the foundation, it starts from a chin. And the foundation is still flexible, it's still moving with my skin. This is the brush side. And you can see the difference between these two sides. This is the brush side, and it's looking really beautiful, and still my skin is black, which on this side you can see the pores are more visible. And on this side, my nose looks perfect. I don't know how much you will see in this lighting, but my face is pretty shiny at this moment. Nothing too bad, like I'm okay with that amount of shine. I will see if with blotting the shine my foundation come off. No, the foundation is not coming off when I'm touching my face right now. Maybe a little bit on my chin, which is my most oily area, so that to be expected. But it's looking really good. Again, this side looks better, it's looking perfect. For me it's looking perfect for an 8 hours wear. I have nothing to complain about, and the foundation didn't oxidize throughout the day. So this is the brush side. As you can see, it's looking more shiny around the nose. Maybe around the nose it's looking shiny too much. I will show you. No, just the powder came off, no foundation, but here when I tried to blot it, a little bit of foundation came off. But like I said, chin is the worst area I possibly can have on my face. This is the sponge side. The difference is not much. You probably cannot see different on the camera. I see like just the pores are filled in a bit, not like airbrushed. And my forehead is looking really good. Overall for me, this foundation really was good. My first impression is I love it. Like, I really love it. My skin gets a bit more oily maybe, but I think it's just because the finish is more matte on my skin, and my skin producing more oils when the foundation is modifying than when the foundation is glowy. So I will wear it tomorrow differently, and at the end of the next week I will do like my final thoughts after 1 week of using this foundation, and we will see, because sometimes, you know, there are better days, better skin days, worse skin days, you know how it is. So I find out that sometimes I was doing the first impression. It was like that with Milani foundation. Milani foundation in the first application was perfect, but after 3 times it started to oxidize really orange on my skin. And I needed to stop using it. I still really love how it looks, but just the color, you know, the color starts to change. And I think this is really important for the foundation, because like the lighter shade of this foundation in the same undertone is too light for me, and this starts to go orange. So it's really deal breaker for me. So I will do a week review, and after a week I will film a video of what I'm thinking right now. For my first application, first thoughts after 8 hours, it's looking beautiful and I'm really gonna like this foundation. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you like it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you have any requests, any questions, or anything that will help me, leave a comment. Also, go to my Instagram page. There's a lot more content in there. And I hope you're gonna have a good day, evening, morning, night, whatever the time you're watching it. And see you in the next one. Bye.